Have you ever been hit with a fine for simply helping your neighbors survive winter? Watched a quiet suburban street transform into a slippery nightmare because one clipboard-wielding Karen decided your kindness was excessive? And what if that tiny yellow ticket didn't just sting your wallet? It unraveled a web of lies, theft, and petty tyranny that had been choking the life out of your entire community. It started on a crisp Tuesday in Birchwood Haven, Minnesota, the kind of place that looks like a Hallmark card until the HOA rules kick in. I just wrapped up clearing 6 brutal inches of snow from every street and driveway in our 52-home slice of so-called paradise. My F-350's plow was still dripping melt, hands numb as I sipped coffee in the cab when I saw it, that glaring yellow citation wedged under my wiper like a venomous snake. Excessive vehicle idling, HOA Code 12.3c. Fine $200. I'd been cruising for fun instead of waking at 4 a.m. to prevent broken hips and missed workdays. I'm Ryan Caldwell, local contractor with a commercial-grade plow I bought for jobs. Moved here after business boomed, dreaming of friendly block parties. Instead, every storm I volunteered free of charge, because the city plows ignored us, and our $250 monthly dues apparently funded Karen Langley's latte runs, not snow removal. Nobody asked. For Mrs. the young family with toddlers, even Karen's own driveway once when she was too busy enforcing. That burned when I read the ticket. Lisa, my wife, spotted my face as I slammed the door. They got you for plowing? Karen again. She's a nurse, no stranger to Minnesota winters. Her jaw set like concrete. Already paid. The variables started small. Fresh powder turning roads to ice rinks. I stayed in bed, savoring the warmth. Phone lit up by sunrise. Ryan, streets are chaos, are you sick? I replied with the ticket photo. HOA fined me for excessive plowing. No more. Lunchtime, the Facebook group, Birchwood Haven Neighbors, ignited like dry tinder. Posts flooded. Cars stuck sideways, kids belly sliding to buses, mailboxes smashed. This is insane. Dave Thompson raged. We pay dues for services, not this. Karen posted her masterpiece. The board is diligently reviewing cost-effective, eco-friendly snow solutions per our covenants. Patience ensures harmony. Eco-friendly? Her Lexus idled 20 minutes daily while she patrolled. Dark chuckles erupted. Karen's face on a ticket machine titled, Idling Police, except for me. Neighbors shared her hits, Old Mr. Garcia fined for his loud snowblower, the one he used himself. A widow dinged for her porch flag, political. The anger built, laced with that. This is ridiculous laugh that makes you shake your head while your blood boils. Another storm rolled in, and the streets became a comedy of errors, only nobody was laughing at first. Karen's pristine white Lexus spun out right in front of the clubhouse, wheels screaming like a spoiled toddler. She hopped on the group chat. Urgent. Community manager requires assistance with vehicle extraction. Neighbors, please respond promptly. Crickets. Then the replies. Try the professional service you're reviewing. One genius posted a gif of a Karen meme slipping in heels. She finally trudged home in designer boots, ass in the snow twice, muttering about ingrates. I watched from my living room window, coffee in hand, that quiet told you so smile creeping across my face. The neighborhood was waking up, and Karen was slipping literally and figuratively. By the fourth storm, grumbles turned to open fury. People cornered me at the mailbox. Ryan, just pay and plow again? I shook my head. I paid their fine. Asked for. The petition started that night. Dave Thompson circulating recall papers for the entire board. Gross negligence and selective enforcement. Signatures poured in like meltwater. Even the quiet folks showed up at my door with casseroles and stories. You cleared my mom's walk when she couldn't. Karen cited her for the same shovel, blocking the view. Karen smelled blood. Hit like black ice. Fines started flying faster than snowflakes. My shed, built before I even moved in, suddenly non-compliant structure. Dave's bird feeder, a gift from his late wife, labeled unsightly yard ornament. Mrs. Patel got dinged for her Christmas lights still up in February. Holiday decorations past seasonal allowance. Karen's email blasts were masterpieces of fake concern. We enforce for the greater harmony of Birchwood Haven. Please comply to avoid liens. But her eyes at the grocery store told the truth. She was terrified of losing her little throne. The clubhouse emergency meeting was packed tighter than a Black Friday sale. Karen sat front and center in her power blazer, glasses on a chain, clipboard like a shield. Patricia Hensley, her loyal sidekick, nodded along like a puppet. Dave stood first, voice booming. Our bank account has $47,000 in it. Where's the snow service quote? Or did it go to your administrative retreats? Karen's smile was pure saccharine. Dave, fiscal responsibility requires due diligence. We're exploring options that align with our sustainability charter. Sustainability. Margaret Voss, 82 and barely 5 feet tall, shot up. She'd been my first stop every storm. I'd shoveled her walk by hand when the plow couldn't reach. You find the only man keeping us safe while your SUV idles every morning like it's on vacation. Ryan, tell them. I stood slow, voice calm but caring. I paid the $200. Wanted rules? Enjoy the results. The room exploded. Laughter mixed with shouts, people clapping, Karen's face turning the color of her burgundy blazer. Rules are rules, she snapped, but her voice cracked. No exceptions, even for self-appointed heroes. That's when the board promised quotes by next week. But Dave had already done the math. Professional service would cost $12,000 a season, more than most could swallow. The meeting broke in chaos, but the real storm was just starting. The petition hit 68 signatures overnight. Karen's next move was pure desperation. Retaliation fines doubled. My truck got cited for parking orientation violation in my own driveway. Dave's fence for non-approved height. Even little Timmy Thompson's snowman got a notice. Temporary structure obstructing sightlines. Older residents were scared, liens threatened, credit dinged, the whole HOA bully playbook. Karen's voicemails dripped false sweetness. We're only protecting property values, dear neighbors. But Dave wasn't playing. A no-nonsense real estate attorney with a reputation for eating HOA boards for breakfast. At the next meeting she marched in, files in hand. Minnesota law prohibits retaliatory enforcement. These citations are textbook abuse of power. Cease immediately or we're filing suit, and copying the Attorney General. Karen tried to adjourn. Diane cut her off cold. Out of order? Your eco-code idling rule doesn't apply when your own vehicle runs for 30 minutes daily. We've got dashcam footage. And admin costs? Steak dinners, spa trips, and shopping sprees buried in the books. Felony territory. The room went dead silent, then erupted in that beautiful cathartic roar. People laughing, cheering, phones out, recording. Karen's polite mask shattered. She looked like a cornered raccoon. This is defamation. You'll hear from our attorney, but the neighborhood smelled blood. Local station ran into tyranny in Birchwood Haven. Hero fined for helping. The Attorney General launched an investigation. Those retaliatory tickets vanished overnight like footprints in fresh powder. A judge slapped an injunction. No more citations until a full audit. The recall election was brutal and beautiful. New candidates, Dave, Margaret's grandson, the Thompsons, everyday folks, ran on simple promises. Transparency, actual services, scrap the stupid rules. Ballots came in. 79% voted the old board out. Karen's community manager gig? Gone. Patricia slinked away too. Online the same week. Turns out Karen and her crew had siphoned nearly $62,000 over 3 years for board retreats that were really Vegas weekends and designer bags. By summer, Karen had sold and moved to Florida. Rumor said she cited health reasons, but everyone knew it was the shame. The new crew scrapped the idling rule, the holiday light limits, the bird feeder nonsense, 15 ridiculous codes gone. They offered me fair pay to plow. Gas money plus a small stipend. I took the gas, refused the check. Just keep the rules sane, I said. They did. That December, after a fresh storm, I was out early again, plowing for the folks who'd stood up. Mrs. her driveway with a thermos of coffee. Ryan, you didn't have to come back. I shrugged. Neighborhood's different now. She passed that spring. An envelope at the service. A letter full of thanks and a check from her house sale. Use it to help others the way you helped us. I donated most to the senior center, started a scholarship in her name. Kept enough to frame that original yellow ticket on my garage wall. Lisa's idea, half joke, half reminder. A stupid $200 slip meant to shame one guy for caring blew the lid off everything rotten. It forced neighbors to see the bullies for what they were, brought decent people together, and reminded us what community actually means. Sometimes you have to stop doing the right thing just so folks notice how much it mattered. Stand your ground, take the hit, and watch the world get better anyway. Here's the thing. $200 bought us a revolution. No shots fired, just truth and neighbors refusing to let petty tyrants ruin what we built. These days I plow when it snows, the board backs me, folks wave and bring coffee. New families hear the legend, the guy who got fined for being decent and turned the whole place around. I just hope when I'm gone, people remember I stood up when it counted. Where do you draw the line between blind rules and basic decency? When does one person's stand become everyone's fight? Drop your own HOA horror stories below. Because this isn't just my tale. It's every neighborhood's wake-up call.